Hey guys, just going to be doing a video here, getting the two DBs, Bluto and Bertha ready here for the spring plowing, and draining that carburetor out here. Just want to show you this DB here, this Tecumseh engine does not have a shut off. That one does have a shut off. So instead of draining out my whole gas tank here and destroying Mother Earth, God forbid I make that carbon footprint any bigger than I have to, use a shut-off valve here. Alright, needle nose, pliers, clamp it on there, shut off. It'll drip down now till the bowl is empty and stop. Alright. Doing this video of the two Tecumseh engines, getting them ready for the spring. Haven't touched them since the winter. Took the plows off the last video. Got the dirt plow on little Bertha here, and we're going to put the spike tooth tower on the other one, and we're going to get ready to rip up the earth here, get this garden ready. It's looking awful after all the rain we've had. So anyway, I've had a lot of guys calling, emailing me about the Tecumseh engines. Alright, you guys know I use these Tecumseh engines, 3.5 and 5 horsepower for my DBs. They fit perfect, they close the hood, it fits my application, and that is why I use them. Fits the application and they work great. Alright, had a lot of guys busting my chops about Tecumseh engines. They suck, they do this, they don't do that, they have problems, no power, whatever. You guys can save it. Alright, that Tecumseh engine has been on that DB now for 4 years, plowing my driveway, doing my garden. Never had a problem with it other than cleaning that carburetor. Carburetors do get dirty, and like any engine at all, it needs routine maintenance. Right? I love big engines too. I love them all. Alright, I work on them all. Alright, but for my DBs, which as you guys know is the main thing that I do with the small engines, the Tecumseh engines is the ticket, as far as I'm concerned. A lot of purist DB guys out there really, my God, these guys are having freaking brain tumors watching me put a Tecumseh engine on the DB instead of using the original engine. Funny thing is, these same guys don't have any videos on YouTube of their beautiful DBs. I wonder why. Anyways, let's not go there. Alright, I got nothing against any engines at all. Just that the Tecumsehs work for me, period. Alright? I mean to get off there, guys, but it gets pretty annoying when guys just gotta ramble on about nonsense. Anyway, new guys looking to repower their DBs. Ask me a lot of questions about these Tecumseh engines. Alright? Guys, these guys aren't very mechanically inclined. They're new at the game. Right? I'm just trying to help them out. That's why I make videos, to try to help guys out. I am by no means at all an expert. Alright? At all. I don't ever claim to be. Alright? I am just trying to help out with tips that I've learned over the years working on every type of engine I've ever worked on. Alright? And now, just trying to answer these guys' questions on these Tecumseh engines. Alright? Routine maintenance. Alright? You guys that are been doing this for years, this video is not aimed at you. It's aimed at the new guys. Routine maintenance. Alright? Just trying to give guys some simple tips. Alright, like as I started out and showed you guys. Alright, I use a vice grip as a shut-off valve. Just clamp the rubber hose, stop the gas, stopped already. As you can see, the bowl is empty. Alright, now this is loose because I had it off earlier. Alright, I put it back on actually for the video to show you guys. Unscrew this with a 7/16 open end, box end wrench. Drop it down very slowly. Alright, be very careful of this valve here. Alright, very careful. You don't want to lose the washer on the top or the rubber washer on the bottom. Very careful. Right, drop the washer into the bowl. Make sure I don't misplace it. Okay, on this here, you got to look very close. I don't know if you can see it on here at all. I'm going to try to turn it so it's visible, but there's a very tiny pinhole on the bottom here. You got to find it. Sometimes it's so damn dirty you can't even see it. You got to clean that pinhole out with a piece of wire. I use a piece of feeler gauge wire. That's got to be clean. Hold it up to the sunlight, see if the sun shines through it. right? Take the needle out. All right, there's a little washer in here. Take that out. Don't lose it. All right, blow it out with compressed air. I blow the hell out of it with compressed air. I put my wire through there, clean it out, make sure everything is spotless in there. All right, I usually soak it in carburetor cleaner a little bit, and then I put it all back together. All right, very simple. If you're new to the game, I do not recommend you taking that float out. All right, because if you drop that needle in there and the pin that holds it in off that float, and you've never done it before, you're going to have a nightmare on your hands. You're never going to get it back in without taking the carburetor off, turning it upside down, and sitting it in there. Alright, there's a couple of tricks of getting it in there, but we're not going to get into that. I don't recommend taking the float off if you're new to the game. Alright, as long as that float is going up and down, right, it's dropping. Alright, you know your needle is dropping, the shut-off needle is dropping. That's lets the gas into the float and into the bowl and shuts it off when it raises up. Very, very simple. It's actually, to make a simple comparison, it works kind of similar to the float in your toilet. Alright, lets the water in, shuts it off when it raises. Okay, just to try to make a comparison, you guys not familiar with mechanical things like this, that you can understand it. Alright, alright, the oil change. Alright, the nut here in the front, okay, it's a 1/4 inch nut, square stock. Alright, thread. You take that out, you're gonna have a mess on your hands. Right, put something to guide the oil out, to catch it with a cup or something. Alright, but no matter what you do, you're gonna have a mess on your hands. Alright, so how do you solve that simple little problem? Here we go. Alright, 1/4 inch plumbing stock. 1/4 inch plumbing stock, screw it in. Right, this is 4 or 6 inches. Put a cap on the end to cap it. Alright, and that's it. Now you can put your bowl down on the ground, unscrew that, drain it out, no problem, no mess on your hands whatsoever. Alright, very simple, simple thing, but again, it'll save you time. You ain't gonna mess on your hands, and no cleanup afterwards. Alright, very, very simple. Alright, guys, this one here that has the air filter on it. Alright, you can see I marked an arrow on here to line up with the mark on here. Alright, the reason I do that is because you unscrew this sucker and take it off. Alright, it has 3 tits that go into these 3 tits on here. Alright, now any way you turn it, 2 tits will go in. Any way you turn it, okay, but that third one won't, unless you get it just right. That's why I mark it. Alright, mark it, just save yourself. Again, you say 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, you know, you cut the job down from an hour to a half hour. Alright, very simple. Alright, clean out your carburetor with carburetor cleaner while you got it off. Tighten all your screws. Your screws do come loose from vibration of the engine and from taking that filter on and off. Alright, tighten all your screws on your carburetor and your muffler. Right, these ones here on the muffler, right, vibration again, they come loose. Alright, like I say, man, these engines, you know, I like them a lot. They're simple, they're easy to work on, like anything else. If you're familiar with something, you know, you're not intimidated by it, and you get to like it. You get to know what problems it has and what to expect. If you're not familiar with it, obviously you're going to get pissed off, you're going to start cursing it, and right away, you know, these engines suck. That's what guys do who don't have the patience to learn something new. Alright, I worked on everything from Continental engines, Wisconsin's, Briggs, and now these Tecumsehs, and you know, it's the engine is only as good as the person that owns it and performs the maintenance on it. That's as far as I'm concerned, and that goes for every single engine ever made. So that's just my theory, right? It's the way I was taught. Alright, take care of it, it'll take care of you. So again, for you new guys, email me all these questions about these Tecumsehs that you want to use. Alright, I'm trying to give you a visual here too, because some guys were missing some pieces, linkage, etc. So I'm doing this while I'm talking. Alright, but these Tecumsehs fit perfect in the DBs. Alright, you close the hood, no problems. The only thing you have to do with these Tecumsehs, you take them off the snowblowers, add a air cleaner, air filter. You must do that. Snowblowers do not have air filters on them. They all have those preheated things. They suck, literally. They suck dirt into the carburetor. That's when you start having problems with them. That's why I put that homemade one on there. Alright, just want to give you guys some information. Guys asking me, alright, this is the information on the parts you need. Alright, the points part, 3054-7A. the condenser part 3048A. The spark plug, the part in the book is 34215, but it's a Champion RJ19LM. RJ19LM. Alright, I think I got one right here. You can see it. RJ19LM. It's a short reach. Okay, anytime you ever change a plug in an engine, alright, and you don't have the right one, you just want to stick one in temporarily. Well, if you got to do that, you got to do it. But you got to be careful. You don't put a long reach plug into a short reach engine. You can do the other way around in an emergency just to plug the hole, keep shit from getting in there or whatever. You put a long reach plug into a short reach engine, that piston's going to come up, slam into that plug, and good night Irene. Alright? So, just another little tip there, give you new guys. Alright? You know, this is why I do the videos, you know, just to try to help out new guys get into the thing. You know, I know what it's like, you know, and there's no substitute for experience. And, you know, hopefully this video will help some new guys out, help my son out, or my grandson 20 years from now when he opens up this hood on his DB. Hopefully he'll still be here, and he'll see what the old fool did to the engine here. Alright? And I'm sure there'll be things he'll be saying, what the hell was he thinking? But, you know, I am what I am, you know, and no purist, you know. I get things to work, and they do work. Like I said, that Tecumseh engine right there has plowed my garden for 4 years and plowed my driveway. So you ain't gonna knock Tecumseh engines with me. Alright guys, hopefully next video we'll have them both together. I just had some other information here about the engine itself. The oil filler tube, again, 1/4 inch by 4 inch. The carb kit to repair that carburetor, okay, is the carb repair kit number 31840. It comes in 5 horsepower engine. Alright, so that should be all you should need. Alright, I just thought I'd make this video instead of emailing the 4 or 5 guys contacting me. I figured there'd be others. So sorry the video's so long, guys, but trying to touch on everything here. Alright, any other questions, feel free to contact me. Alright guys, hope it helps. Till next time, welcome Dano.